Going on YouTube, Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now, I know State of the Game today was pretty long and they were recapping a lot of information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it down for you guys. I went ahead and made a video strictly on the next raid, and I've also made a video strictly on the new specialization. So I'll try not to repeat myself too much in this video. However, I do want to recap the state of the game and give you guys as much information as possible. So today is October 9th, and we did have a new state of the game. Now, there was some leaked information that came out yesterday showing everybody that next week is the confirmed date for the Episode 2 and TU6. And they confirmed it today on State of the Game. So next week, for all Year 1 pass holders, October 15th, you will have access to TU6 and Episode 2. For all of you non-Year 1 pass holders, you will have access to TU6, and then you will have to wait that additional week to get Episode 2. Now, of course, Episode 2 is going to have 2 new main missions, 1 side mission, and a couple classified assignments. It will also introduce the new loot allocation, where on the map you'll be able to pinpoint where you need to farm to get a certain brand set or what have you, which is pretty cool. It's also going to release a whole bunch of named gear items, and it's going to introduce the new gear set changes, where now we have 4 gear set bonus instead of 6. So it's going to be cool to have all those hybrids and what have you introduced into the game. It's really going to, expand the build diversity, but at the same time, RNG is still going to be kind of hard to come by. Because yes, you can farm in certain locations to get certain brand sets, but for these named gear items, you're going to have to farm, where they are, and then you're going to have to farm the named gear items themselves. Because like they stated before, these new named gear items will not be able to be rolled in any way, shape, or form. If you get, the perfect berserk or the perfect unbreakable or, the perfect spotter, what have you, that's just the way it is. Kind of like an exotic in a way, to where they are all static. You won't be able to change anything. It is what it is. So in a way, for all you hardcore players, RNG is still going to be a little hard to come by. But, if you're looking for a certain brand set, something like that, it will be easier to look for. So that's about the loot part. Quick overview about the raid. Basically, they announced that there's going to be no raid for Episode 2. And on top of that, there might not be a raid at all for the rest of the year. So if you like Operation Dark Hours, you're in luck, because you're going to have a few more months to sit there and play it as many times as you want, waiting for the next raid. Now, they did talk about the new specialization. They showed a lot of really cool stuff about it. And in my video, I kind of went through the entire thing. They showed the skill tree. They went ahead and showed the new EMP grenade. And they showed actually how that missile launcher is going to work. All really exciting news. And if you want to, go deep dive into it, I will have that video up today as well. So they sat there and they talked about Episode 2. They talked about the technician. And then they went ahead and they, gave us some pretty cool screenshots. Now, there is going to be a new map for Conflict called the Wharf. They showed a screenshot. It's basically like like a little sea town area wharf where there's seafood restaurants, probably like a nice little pier, and what have you. It's going to be pretty cool looking. They went ahead and showed a few little screenshots of the areas for the new missions. You're going to have the DARPA Research Lab, and then you're also going to have the Pentagon. Now, the intro is going to be a side mission, and then you'll have the two main missions. You'll have the new Specialization, the Technician, and then you'll have the two classified assignments, Marina and Embassy. This is also going to update the DZ matchmaking. So that's going to be a little bit easier. Obviously, the build diversity is going to come because you can now do targeted loot, and you will now be able to make little hybrids out of all of those gear sets. Let's see if I am forgetting anything. Invaded mode. We will now have invaded missions on the Manning Zoo and Camp White Oak. So whenever they add a new mission, go ahead and prepare for the previous new missions to become invaded. So they come out with these new missions, you play them, and then when the new missions come out, you can go back and do those older ones on invaded. And then of course, you'll have the new exotics and the new named gear and named weapons. The other thing that's coming out, it's going to be timed, just like last time. They are bringing back Henley College and the expeditions. However, the expeditions will have the new mastery system in place. So if you've already done Kinley College, go back through, do it again as fast as possible. Try to get that gold, and then you never have to worry about it again. For all of you that don't have the Diamondback exotic, that will be the time to get it. So every time the expeditions are open again, you will be able to complete it and get the Diamondback. If you already have the Diamondback, you can go through those expeditions again just for the mastery system, and then you can pick up another Diamondback and dismantle it for exotic components, or what have you. Maybe you just want to collect them. Well, to each their own. But that was pretty much the recap. I went ahead and I made a longer video just talking about the specialization because there was a lot there. They went through the skill tree, and it's actually really cool and interesting. I can't wait to try it. I'm actually really interested to see what those missile launchers will do in PvP. And yeah, we'll see. If you guys have any questions at all, hit me up in the comment section below. But besides that, quick overview, TU6 will be dropping next week. If you have the Year 1 pass, you will also get Episode 2. If you don't, you're going to have to wait a week for Episode 2. However, next Tuesday, October 15th, everyone will get TU6 and the new specialization. If you have the Year 1 pass, you don't have to do the research, but obviously if you don't have the Year 1 pass, you will have to do the field research. But besides that, you guys, it's glad to be back. I hope you guys are ready for new content to drop. TU6 is right around the corner, so there is going to be a lot of things we need to go through and talk about, especially with builds. Because I don't know about you guys, but builds are going to be a lot different come TU6. But alright. That is it, you guys. Kamikazevondoom. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, mash that like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Friendly control point detected.